Stay in line, and we won't have a problem. All right. Now get out of my face.
Don't think System or the Rangers will help you if you get into trouble out here.
Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy. The Marshal's report didn't mention you had hearing problems. Are you, or are you not, the new deputy? My problem is that I don't want to be saddled with a rookie deputy. That is who you are, right? We'll find out, won't we? Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting.
Look, both of you are here for the same reason. So why don't you drop the tough girl charade and learn to work as a team?
And I'm telling you, I don't have time to babysit rookies. Because I've trained new recruits before, and it's not an experience I want to repeat. At least you've got a little backbone. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting. Follow me.
That's really simple out there on the Red Mile. Just don't die.
Thinking of
Always worked for
running
me.
sometime?
You said
Talk
you'd
to
be
May,
alone.
and she'll fill you in.
Yeah, well, things changed. Take a seat.
So you're working with Autumn, huh?
Come on.
Who are you? Is that so?
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why?
Only those who take the greatest risks earn the greatest rewards. We simply provide them with a stage on which to...
Guess they're just handing out badges to anyone these days.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation. And he started moving in on my territory. Well, thanks for the economics lesson, but I think I know my trade. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
Yeah, well, so can she. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. The Red Mile is incredibly dangerous. I just don't want to see you take a risk like that. I hope that's not false bravado, Deputy, because this is life and death we're talking about. If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die. Will you?
You're really going to take on the Mile, huh?
If you're looking to register, you'll need to speak to Miss Devine.
If you think you've got a chance in the Red Mile, talk to me. Always happy.
All are welcome at the Red Mile. We don't ask too many questions. A rather open-ended question, but I'll do my best. Red Mile was once a notorious haven for the criminal underworld. Thieves, shipjackers, mercenaries, and smugglers would come here to do business, get drunk, and gamble. I cleaned the place up when I took over. I made it, if not quite a family destination, at least a safer one. Red Mile still offers a unique, exciting experience, but our clientele has improved considerably, and we offer a wider range of services. That is true, but Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him, exactly? Yes, this is not unknown to me. His association with the First is troubling, to say the least, and that trouble could find its way here. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile? I give you my word, which is something I never do lightly. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from our patrons who will place wagers on your survival. That's what every runner says.
Mission or not, I can't even imagine why you take part in such an uncivilized activity. There's always a better way.
Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin? Good. Come with me and I'll introduce you.
Damn, when are they ever gonna get all the blood out of these gloves? But by the house rules, or you'll find yourself on the other side of an airlock without a helmet.
I took this job so I could be here to see all the runners in person. Of course, most of them I can see all at once.
Hope you're enjoying your visit.
Your attention, please! Valued patrons and honored guests! For one brave soul, the hour of things ahead. Yes! A runner has come to test the Red Mile! Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wagers. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show! The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
what you're doing. Because I'm not happy we're participating in this barbarism. Not at all.
I'm told that running the Red Mile is nearly impossible. Please don't tell me you're seriously considering making an attempt. I'm sure they had something we can use.
Gonna bury you! Let's do this! okay?
We're getting closer to the... Let's press ahead. Oh, I hope there's something valuable here.
Well done, runner. Now all you need to do is return alive. Unfortunately, the Vegan will attract unwanted attention. Good luck!
I'm glad you're handling the messy work.
side of my boat if you keep trying to strike up a conversation.
Well done. Look at that. Still got all your limbs.
People will be talking about this for a while.
Whatever you have to.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear.
This place is raided and plundered on a regular basis.
I'm not easily impressed, but you've managed to surprise me. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
Free advice. Next time you get
Pardon?
drunk, try picking a fight with
I'm looking for work. You hiring?
I held my subordinates back for so long before they...
I'm not asking for much, just a reasonable share.
Get the hell out of my face, you pretentious wanker.
Why is that?
It's a good thing.
In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for.
Not sure that's the best way to get me on your side.
You drive a hard bargain, but I'm on board. Great, I'm ready to go. Be there soon.
Howdy. Do you have room for one more on your crew? No more than the average crew person's salary. Why is that? Huh. You do that. I get the feeling you're trying to stiff me. Better than being unemployed, I suppose. Where do you want me? No problem, Captain.
Sorry, friend. I don't do autographs.
You made it. You're back. Are you okay? And here I was feeling like a nervous wreck the whole time. Guess I had nothing to worry about. Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. Just got me at a bad time. Now let's move on. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself.
Pardon me. I hear you're one of the runners to watch.
Don't see a lot of people survive the mile.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient. Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
It's a pleasure to have you.
I had a feeling about you.
It can get rowdy in here sometimes, but we try to keep things civil.
What the hell? I don't get paid to be nice. I get paid to put down any vermin that tries to start something here.
We're gonna need to negotiate.
I'm on duty. So get the hell out of my face.
And I'll give you a little hint about what that means.
I don't make chit-chat with patrons. I'm on duty, so get the hell out of my face. Whatever you have to say, I don't give a shit. Don't think Sysdef or the Rangers will help you if you get into trouble out here.
Captain on deck.
Hey.
Can you get me out of here?
Hello. Yes, what?
I'd sure love to get back on the ship.
Ready for action, Captain?
Good to see you again.
tire of visiting worlds like this. Well, one thing's certain. Graziani certainly isn't afraid to flaunt his wealth.
The First don't mess around.
Nice. Here to join the First. Best merc company there is. You're lucky to get a meeting with Marco. Better behave while you're in. Beat the Red Mile, huh? Nice. Got my eyes on you. Here to join the First. Best merc company there is.
Nice shit, huh?
Whoever wrote this music was clearly influenced by the great French composers. Perhaps Debussy or Satie.
My word. Some of these pieces on display are incredible. They belong in a museum.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks. You've heard of the First, I take it. I'm not just a member, I also help to fund the outfit through a network of independent traders. Of course, illicit goods are the most lucrative, so there is a constant need for skilled pilots. Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
I'm willing to bet this deputy can handle whatever you intend to throw in our path.
And who might you be?
Sarah. Sarah Morgan.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard, Sarah. It's clear you are a woman of refinement as well as beauty.
How about we skip the compliments and move things along, shall we?
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who killed you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand. Good. Then we are agreed.
How interesting. I wasn't aware that accepting bribes was one of the tenets that Freestar Rangers live by.
It'd be a shame if an encrypted slate like this one somehow got into the wrong hands. Wouldn't it? Now, before you complain, remember that all I promised was to point you in the right direction. You're free to stay as long as you like. It's not often I get to entertain such a distinguished guest.
Yes?
You're lucky to get a meeting with Marco.
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
Aquila City's always hopping.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor?
Hey, Deputy.
More missions on the board.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. He's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. Way I hear it, you've been keeping busy jumping from one side of the Freestar Collective to the other. How do you like the job so far? Well, with an attitude like that, I sure wouldn't want to be one of them. So, what brings you by? Well, well, what do we have here? Well, this is new. Very interesting indeed. I'll see what I can do. If you can get me another one of these, it'll give me more context for the encryption and should speed things up. In the meantime, you be careful out there, Deputy. From what I've heard, these mercs mean business.
It's really an honor to be able to help out.
Let's be certain to stock up on some extra ammunition before we explore the wilderness around the city.
Entered the clinic's space. Please dock, or leave the area clear for incoming patients.
Stopping at the clinic to do a bit of xeno research, eh? Count me in.
Ma'am, I'm just a courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the third time.
Yes, that sounds right. 3 times. I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake, and the clinic requires reliable transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties. Running this facility is a challenge, even when there isn't an outbreak of some sort. Welcome to the clinic. I'm Dr. Darvish, Chief of Medicine. Is there something I can do for you? Are you? Because I don't have any appointments scheduled. We have a particular focus on astrovirology here, so the patients we take on tend to have unusual cases that require long-term care, and sometimes require unorthodox or experimental treatments. We have an excellent track record that speaks for itself, but it doesn't leave room for much else. Whatever business you may be here for, I trust that you will conduct it quickly, and do so without interfering with my staff or our operations. Would you now? Well, I suppose we could always use additional research specimens. The more data we have about what's out there in the settled systems, the faster we can diagnose novel illnesses. In theory, at least. I suppose we could consider you an independent contractor of sorts. Naturally occurring sealants can have valuable applications for medical research. We can always use more examples of them. What we're looking for are basic organic substances. They could come from any number of flora or fauna on countless worlds across the settled systems. Just keep your eyes open as you travel and harvest things when you find them. Or frankly, if you can find them at a reasonable price somewhere, purchase them. I'm less concerned with the source than the materials themselves.
It's a grav drive. I literally can't get here any faster.
Hey, what can I do for you? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
If they haven't rushed me back, means it can't be that bad, right? It feels like I've been waiting forever.
I really hope someone comes to take a look at me soon. I'm probably fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, I'm just here to keep the peace. You need medical help, I'm the last person you want to talk to. Yeah? Got some trouble? Oh, now hold on a minute. You're the new deputy, ain't you? Yeah, the marshal's been sending out reports, keeping us all in the loop in your investigation. And having some success, by the sound of it. Ben Armistead, pleased to meet you. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're the newest member of the Rangers, and I'm the oldest. So, is one of them first mercenaries here at the clinic? Well, every Ranger knows it's important to trust your instincts. No better place in the settled systems to get medical treatment. You can bet it beats anything them UC piglets got. Ironic, given they're the ones who built it. I know just the man who can help you. Right this way, Deputy. Just between you and me, I ain't entirely sure why someone felt the need to station a Ranger out here. I'm not much more than a glorified bodyguard for Dr. Darvish. She's the one in charge around here. And she's also on the Council of Governors. Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being here, and I ain't fond of them right back.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't breathing recycled air.
Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can have a conversation with. Now, hey there, Ari. Working hard or hardly working?
Hey, Chief. A little more the former than the latter. What brings you by?
Well, the deputy here could use some help. Came looking for someone who might be a patient.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, I'll leave you in Mr. Miller's capable hands. You need anything else, I'll be in my office.
Just 1 week without something weird.
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems have been having some issues. Huh. Well, we don't give the patients free access to our computer system, so I doubt that's related. Still, it's worth keeping in mind. So who's the suspect you're after? Sounds dangerous. I hope I can help you find her. The name's not ringing any bells, but maybe we can approach this another way. Do you know what was wrong with her? That should help narrow things down. I can access the patient records from my terminal, assuming the database cooperates. Come on.
Just checking in, dear. You doing all right?
Okay, give me just a minute here.
Really, you don't need to worry. I've got a year under my belt and I'm pretty settled.
First couple of years.
Maya Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally. Here we go. Oh. No matches found for a Maya Cruz. If Maya's here, then she's got to be using an alias. Which actually makes a lot of sense if she's a wanted woman. Yeah. Let me think for a second. All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female patients staying with us. There's Candace... what's her last name? Doolin. Candace Doolin. And then there's the Nakamori woman. I think her name's Jane. I don't recall offhand what they're here for, but it's a start. Sorry I couldn't be more helpful. I'll keep looking, see if I can turn up anything else useful.
These poor people. I can't imagine suffering from something no one understands. It must be terribly frightening for them.
Why, hello. Are you here to keep me company? I do hope so. I can't get any of these doctors or nurses to slow down and just check for a while. They all claim they're too busy. It certainly is. Why, I might as well be back home with my husband. He's just as bad, always too busy to talk. That man couldn't sit still and listen if his life depended on it. You'd think he could be bothered to pay me a visit once in a while, given I've been here as long as I have. But no. All I get is the occasional letter apologizing because he's too busy to run the farm all by himself. So hire some help, I tell him. And then all he wants to do is complain about how my medical bills ate up all our money. Ugh.
Perhaps we should move on.
You want to talk about questions, Well, I've got plenty of those. Starting with how come these so-called doctors can't find anything wrong with me? I've got no end of pains. Headaches, sore knees, a sore back, digestive problems, and all manner of other ailments. I keep telling them I must have caught some kind of alien virus. But these fool doctors can't figure it out. I'd had test after test for 3 months straight, and I'm damn near broke from the cost of staying here. Pretty sure I have, but you lose track of time real easy in here. All I've got is these white walls to stare at and nobody to talk to. Makes the days feel, just about endless. Well, No, I suppose not. At least not yet. But don't be surprised if I do. Once they figure out this alien, parasite, or virus, or whatever it is that's gotten into me. If you're looking for someone who's done something wrong, how about telling these doctors to work on their bedside manner? If I'm gonna be frank with you, it leaves a lot to be desired. I suppose that also means you don't want to talk to me anymore either? Well, go on then. Don't let me keep you. I thought the high and mighty Freestar Rangers was supposed to help others in need. If you ask me, I think that sterling reputation's getting a little tarnished lately. Well, go on then. Don't let the troubles of one poor citizen distract you from whatever higher calling you all answer to these days.
We appreciate the company, but...
Never a dull moment.
Distance. Hey there! Well, I think it's all right, seeing as how my brother and I would be dead if we never came here. Doctors are nice enough, treatments aren't too bad, and food's all right. That doesn't mean I'm not counting down the days until we can leave. I'm itching to go back home. That I am. I'm lucky to be alive, apparently. Me and my brother here have been patients for going on, what, 4 or 5 months now? Good Lord. I, being the stronger and smarter one, am recovering quickly. Still sick as a dog, but doctors let me roam around to visit my infirm brother here. He was in a coma for months. He's only now making some sort of recovery. This genius brother of mine was begging me to go on a hike with him on Aquila. He's a real outdoorsy type, you know. Now, being a man of letters, I didn't want to go, but he just kept yapping. So, we go on this hike, right? We don't know where the hell we're going. Well, we got lost, stranded with no food or water. I told him to pack food and water, but the fool forgot. Well, we start scavenging for some food to sustain us, and we come across this thing, like a plant, but I don't know what the hell the damn thing was. Looked tasty enough, so we ate it. Well, the damn thing nearly killed us both. Turns out, we weren't even that far from the city, so we were found by some passerby, and here we are. We got real lucky. Oh, we weren't even that desperate. We had 3 meals that day, and I was cramping because we didn't wait long enough after supper to take the hike. But when you're out there in the wilderness, you can't pass up a single calorie. You must engorge yourself whenever able. I read that in a book. Take care now.
If you're thinking about going into medicine, just be really sure before you commit to it. Really sure.
Hey, buddy, I'm kind of suffering here. Can you leave me be?
Definitely feeling better. Can't say the same for my brother.
Are they letting just anyone into patients' rooms now? Excuse me, what gives you the right to come in here? You're not my attending physician. Get out before I call for security. I don't know what you could possibly want with me. Fine. But I remind you that I have a right to privacy. I'm a courier. I was transporting certain sensitive documents here to the clinic. My ship was intercepted by pirates. I escaped, but not without damage to my life support systems. By the time I reached the clinic, I was barely alive. I was rescued and placed in intensive care. That was 2 days ago. Well, the nature of my work requires a certain level of discretion, much as yours does. I've shared all that I'm willing to share with you, Deputy. Not happening. Not my problem. I mean, it might be okay. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I can see that you still have doubts. If you don't believe me, then ask Mr. Miller at the desk. He can verify who I am and how I came to be here.
Excuse me, Dr. Darvish. Data from the last set of
Mind your step.
A bit later than I'd hoped for, but I suppose better late than never.
You know,
Hey,
just by
how'd it
breathing
go?
the air in here,
Did you have any
you're
luck?
being exposed to about a dozen different viruses. I'm kidding.
As a matter of fact, I do. I made some progress digging through the patient records, and I have one more lead for you. Her name's Catalina Rivera. She was rushed into surgery for some kind of emergency procedure. I probably shouldn't say this, but she was in real bad shape. The good news is, she seems to fit your suspect's profile. The bad news is that she's a guest in our VIP wing. That area is restricted to authorized clinic personnel. Even I can't go in there. Look, this is a place of healing. The last thing anyone here wants is violence. Dr. Cassidy's in charge of the VIP wing. You need his permission to enter. Unfortunately, he's a real stickler for the rules, and the rules say no visitors without prior arrangement. You didn't hear this from me, but I happen to know that he keeps a spare access card somewhere in his office. Hope that helps you.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Need to make sure those files are backed up.
Hoping. There was a good reason that was locked.
I don't mean to be rude, but unless this is a medical emergency, please get someone else to help me.